I am David Muñoz, Superintendent of Schools for the School District of Menomonee Falls. I do want to first of all start with thanks to the school board. Why don't the school members present, why don't you just stand up, raise your hand right where you are, there we go. Why don't you give them a round of applause. I think most of them are here. Board President Grant, I saw Dr. Woppert, I think I saw Board Member Langer, Board Member Wren, Board Member Kramer. We have most of our board members here, so thank you for that. Other elected officials in here, I saw several trustees. Why don't you raise your hands right here? One trustee, there we go, raise your hand. Thank you very much, welcome. Couple of things. The board's strategic decision. One of the decisions that helped this happen, and some of this is going to seem almost unimaginable, but the board made a decision a few years ago because I went downstairs in my first year here 3 years ago, and I met a music teacher. I met a music teacher who said, Mr. Muñoz, we have a problem. We don't have enough room for everything over here, and we have more students coming in. So I listened to the teacher. I came back, talked to him a few times, talked to the principal. Eventually, I went to the board and said, we have to do some things here. So we also happen to have a very gifted business manager. Where's Caitlin Windler at? Right over here? So the reason I quickly segued to business is how this whole thing was done was so well done financially that Caitlin is presenting all over the state, along with VJS and EUA, on how this sort of thing can be done elsewhere. What did we do? The school board saved the taxpayers $3.3 million by prepaying debt. It's called defeasance. And by doing that, we were able to use a different fund that had nothing to do with students or teaching in order to pay for all of this cash. So there's no debt. All right, this was about $9 million, and there was no debt created whatsoever. There's no referendum. Yeah, let's give a round of applause. So the school board what trusted us, both Caitlin and myself, and that was 3 years ago. We said, okay, let's do this. About 2.5 years ago. We want to make some changes. We want to prepay this debt, save the taxpayers money, and we're going to build this thing. Well, why are you doing that? The board asked. And I said, well, we want to make sure that the community has a facility that they can use all the time, right? And it's not their fault or the school's fault that there was this crossover issue, right? They were sharing a gym. The workout center for the community was downstairs. So they had to walk down these stairs or take an elevator, right? And then they were crossing over with like third graders in the hallways, and it was a thing. It no longer is, right? The wonderful thing about this facility is everything is on one level. Everything is on one level for the community. And this is truly something that was built because of the growth of Menomonee Falls, the village of Menomonee Falls. When this original building was put in 1996, I mean, nobody had an idea that we were going to have this much programming for the community, right? Thanks to Jason and his staff, the programming has absolutely exploded. I came the other day, I was waving to this group that was jumping on a bus, probably some of the people here, and they had one of these surprise bus trips. I don't know where they were going, to be honest. Does anybody know where were they going? Oh, casino. Okay, just remember, yeah, that's it. Hey, it's clap and have fun. So it was a great job. No wonder you guys were so happy when I looked at you there. So all of these sorts of activities are going on. I hear the walking group. There's an indoor walking group that's already started where they can walk inside multiple times a week and not have to worry about the elements outside, all right? And that's great as well. So a couple other things that I wanted to mention, aside from the finances and the payment for this facility, is we had a problem in the school district because the school district runs the rec department. It's one of our departments. One of the issues we had was scheduling. Scheduling was so hard, right? We didn't have enough gyms. So we were putting all that programming out into our gyms so our students didn't have time or space. So now that scheduling Tetris isn't really an issue anymore, right? Couple of other points that I wanted to hit on really quick for our seniors and our adults. You no longer have to wait until school is out to be involved in your activities, right? And I know you guys love students, and we all love students. That's the primary focus of the school district. But with the arrangement before, that just wasn't possible. Right now you can do pickleball during the day once that gets all set up, and all these different things that are being phased in terms of programming. The Optimist Club, the senior meal site, all those things can be uninterrupted with the connection between school and the community center. Safety and accessibility. We no longer have all these different spaces open, right? They're open for you, they're open to the community all the time, and we don't have to worry. When school's going to have locked doors, right? It's just the nature of schools. But we're wide open over here, and we've also got a brand new space for our alternative school over here. And I was talking to some of our community members. They were really excited that they got their own space, but it's purely, you know, they have their own entry, they have their own exit, everything is set over here for that as well. So thank you very much to everybody for bringing this together. It's not possible without this, and do know that this did happen with the lowest mill rate, in other words, tax rate, in 30 years. So this whole thing, yep, let's give a round of applause for that. This whole project was possible because I actually needed more space for Riverside. I needed more space for the school, and I had to take some of the community center to do that. But we made sure that you had 18,000 new square feet. You were overly compensated for the space you lost in your community center. And the school got their new library, the school got a brand new music room, the school got multiple new classrooms. All of that was possible because of this. So thank you. So, without further ado, let's cut a ribbon.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. Thank you.